you know, when you sign up for a subscription service, like maybe a gym or some app, and you're trying to cancel it, but the system just keeps charging you.
Oh, yeah. It's basically a predatory loop. Like you're just totally trapped by the terms of service.
Right, exactly. So imagine that subscription service isn't a gym, but it's actually the justice system. We are diving into this new investigative report today out of Orange County's Harbor Justice Center. And our mission here is really just figuring out how, bureaucratic errors and these hidden ledgers create an inescapable trap for everyday citizens.
Yeah, and I mean, the stakes here are just massive. This report connects these seemingly minor administrative glitches to, well, massive constitutional due process violations.
Right.
We're looking at a system that basically treats legal due process as an automated accounting exercise, right? Where human beings are just subordinate to the software's limitations.
Wow. And, I mean, if we're talking about a system running on autopilot like that, we really have to look at how it handles the smallest possible infractions. So there's this case in the report about a guy, Richard Mai. He gets a routine citation for driving across a divided highway. The fine is like $35.
Yeah, $35. And the printed ticket he was handed didn't even have his signature on it, even though, the electronic copy filed with the court actually did.
Wait, so I'm reading this part, and instead of just, fixing the typo at the trial court level, the defense and the court initiate this massive formal appeal.
Right. They consolidated it.
Yeah, they consolidated it with another minor traffic case, set up 3 judge review panels. I mean, why spend thousands of dollars litigating a $35 ticket? Like, is this about the principle, or is something just fundamentally broken here?
Well, it's kind of the ultimate administrative contradiction. They are basically sacrificing basic judicial efficiency over this completely trivial procedural matter.
Wow, over a signature.
Right. And when a court spends exponentially more to litigate a minor ticket than the fine itself is actually worth, it sets a precedent. It establishes this culture that prioritizes absolute rigid process over any kind of practicality.
So if the system's absolute lack of flexibility forces a massive appellate review over a missing signature on a $35 ticket, what happens when that exact same rigid bureaucracy encounters, like, complex human poverty?
Right, and that's where you see the real human cost. I mean, the report highlights cases from Judges Prickett and Pacheco.
Okay.
In one specific case before Judge Prickett, there was a homeless defendant who literally couldn't afford a $550 enrollment fee for a court-mandated DUI program.
And the judge actually told him, and I quote, "I do not want to put you in jail, but you are not leaving me many options."
Yeah, it's rough.
So to avoid immediate jail time, this guy had to waive his constitutional rights to a hearing and a free lawyer just to get a probation extension. I mean, I just don't understand this. A judge has the power to send someone to prison, but they don't have the power to waive a $550 fee.
Well, that's the thing. The penal code actually does provide judicial officers with broad discretion to modify or terminate probation terms.
So they can do it.
They absolutely have the power. But the system prioritizes revenue and strict program compliance over a defendant's, actual factual, physical, or financial reality.
Right, which is just wild. And you're probably listening to this right now thinking, well, why doesn't the defendant just pull up their digital receipt and prove they paid their balance?
Exactly.
But well, they can't, right? Because even if you try to comply and pay, the technology itself might literally trap you.
Yeah, it's wild. Orange County uses this completely outdated case management software called CCMS v3.
Okay.
And under the law, victim restitution orders accrue a legally required 10% penalty, like a statutory interest.
Right.
But this legacy software is literally incapable of doing the math to roll up daily interest calculations into a single total balance field.
Wait, so the public-facing portal says you owe $0, but deep in the system's hidden subledgers, this 10% interest is silently ticking up.
Silently ticking up, exactly.
I mean, it's like a phantom credit card balance that completely ruins your credit score, but the bank legally refuses to let you see the actual statements.
It is exactly like that. There's a 2004 reckless driving case where a defendant made his payments, right?
Yeah.
And the warrants against him were canceled.
Right, so he's good.
You'd think so. But because the system couldn't calculate the final interest, the case just remained open indefinitely.
Wow.
Yeah, these basically become zombie cases, which allows the court to retain jurisdiction over people long after their probation terms expire.
And when people try to actually investigate this broken math, the court just hides it. They use California rule of court 10.500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rule 10.500 was originally designed to protect deliberative judicial notes.
Like a judge's private, handwritten thoughts on a trial.
Exactly. But court executives are exploiting it to shield these failed financial ledgers from public scrutiny. They are legally classifying a broken spreadsheet as a judicial secret.
That is unbelievable. Which means the Harbor Justice Center is prioritizing administrative convenience and revenue over transparency, completely failing the citizens it's supposed to serve.
Yeah, completely failing them. We really have to question the tools our institutions rely on here.
Oh.
When the process itself becomes the punishment, the system has just completely lost its way.
Right, and this matters to you because bureaucratic accounting systems like this govern justice and due process in your own communities. It makes outside oversight incredibly critical because, well, you can't just hit unsubscribe from the justice system.
No, you really can't.
Which leaves us with this one thought to kind of mull over. If the justice system is supposed to be blind, what happens when the financial software controlling your freedom is completely invisible to you?